Hey beautiful, welcome to Dr. Sarah's Café. This is a weekly All Signs Collective tarot reading. It is also timeless, so whenever you watch, if the message resonates and it's for you at that time, keep in mind that these situations could play out for days, weeks, months, maybe even years, depending on the situation. I am going to do a reading on a download, a channeling that I received a couple of weeks ago, and I sat with it and it keeps coming back up as something that I am meant to share and do a reading on. And it's just the phrase waiting for approval and removal. Waiting for your approval, waiting for your removal. Okay. So, I wrote down in my notes app, it feels like something's waiting for your 10 of coins, 6 of swords, 9 of cups, and the lovers. Feels like something is waiting for your approval, and it feels like there's something waiting for your removal. So let's see. Let's pull some cards and see what the crux of the message really is there. And again, my intention is that if you clicked on this video, you find something of value, that you receive some kind of insight, confirmation, affirmation that supports you and is edifying for you on your spiritual journey, okay? And then the Knight of Cups as well. Interesting. Let's see what ultimately falls out. And I'm using the Antique Anatomy Tarot deck this week. What can you tell us about the download of waiting for your approval and removal for the lovely souls that have tuned in to watch, that have been drawn to this message, drawn to this video? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords. So there could be some anxious thoughts or feelings regarding what has to be removed specifically. But I'm just going to hold the card up to the screen for those of you who are able to see it. We have the 8 of Cups. And in this particular deck, it says, let go. Let go, right there. Right there. Let go. So that's the removal. It might be removing yourself from a situation with the 8 of Cups. You might decide that if you can't change the situation, then you're going to leave. You're going to cut your losses. But again, with the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it's not the easiest decision to make. And so again, that's why messages come through, is because even if you already know like what to do, a lot of times your spirit guide, your spiritual team, God, the cosmos, is sending you messages to help you build the confidence and the strength and the courage to do what you already know to do. So it's likely you ain't surprised if there's something that needs to be let go. There's something you need to walk away from. But you're drawn to this video today because you need a little more encouragement, a little more confirmation, to ease your worried mind, ease your troubled mind about walking away from this thing, about cutting your losses and saying, no hard feelings, but I'm meant to be somewhere else right now, or I have to create space in my life for someone or something new. Okay. Aura cleanse, soul journey, the void, the wake up potion, and despair. It might be sad to let go of this thing, and maybe that's part of why some of you have been dragging your feet on letting it go, on letting it in. I'm going to clarify. Let's keep going. What more can you tell us about this message? What is the next detail in this message you'd like to present? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of coins again. So it's there. It could be financial or family related with the 10 of coins. And then we have the King of coins. And the King of coins is the breadwinner of the 10 of coins. The King of coins is responsible for the 10 of coins, right? Home, family, inheritances, properties. So on a practical level, if this applies in a more practical way for you, sometimes it's a like internal emotional story that you're going through. Other times it's like a actual in my 3D life situation that you're going through. There's interesting. Like a approval in terms of like property management or financial decisions, home, maybe even thinking about selling the family property, for example. That actually fits really nicely. That example, like if you inherited family property or a family business and someone's waiting for your approval to sign the documents to give over the home to someone else. It's like letting go of that might have been difficult. It might have been hard to say, man, this house that we grew up in, it belonged to our grandparents. But it's for some reason, whatever the reason is, you'll know, and it's personal to you and your family or whoever is responsible there. But yeah, so it could be a very practical business, transactional thing where you have to give approval to something. And it might be giving your approval for the removal. So in order to remove something, it has to be approved before they can remove it. This is even like if you're renovating your home and they're like doing demolition, they have to get your approval before they start tearing things out, before they start ripping down walls and taking out furniture, right? So you have to give your approval to the movers, to the contractors, to the legal team that it's okay to remove this thing. Yeah? Okay. Let's see what else wants to come through. Okay, I'm going to take that bottom one because it fell out on its own initially. 3 of Wands. We do have the Empress at the bottom of the deck now. So 2 threes could be a calming influence. And we did have the King of Cups, which was a calming elixir in this tarot deck specifically. So the 3 of Wands is the growth and the expansion that can happen. So this is like pruning. The removal part allows for a kind of pruning in your life or a pruning in this situation that allows for growth and expansion. And it might be moving physically because the Empress could also be like the environment, the physical environment that you're in. And so, and maybe that's why the pruning analogy came through as well, because it is also a very fertile, like earthy kind of energy. So gardens are some of the most overused analogies in the world, but removing the weeds, removing certain plants, removing other things like shade on this side, moving a fence, different kinds of things that can be removed that then create and leave so much space and allow for more nutrients and resources to be dedicated to the things that you now want to grow more of. Yeah. You want to grow more of something, and that approval removal process has to be done so that this growth and expansion can happen. Let's get one more before I clarify. That 10 of Pentacles finally fell out. It had been peeking its head out, making itself known at the bottom of the deck. And if you watch my other videos, you know my relationship to bottom of the deck cards is that they always end up falling out anyway, especially when they show up repeatedly like that. They're going to end up on the table. So sometimes I just take them. Now at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So this is the new beginning. This is the fresh, brand new start. The 10 of Pentacles coming out now officially. This is creating more for you. And it might be counterintuitive, but if you understand the concept of pruning, for example, or even if you understand like the concept of, lose to win. Sometimes you have to lose to win. Or like in business, like a business strategy is we're going to discontinue this line of clothing because it's costing us more to produce that clothing than we're actually earning. And so we get the approvals to remove that line of clothing, and we reinvest that resource into the other brand or the other products that are profitable for us, that make us more money. And it's the same way with like real estate properties. Like you have 3 properties and one of them is like a money sink. It's like a money pit. You just pour more money into it and there's more and more problems. I don't know how to turn this off. I need to turn off the reactions because sometimes, they get distracting. But yeah, so it's like this initial letting go, approving the removal of something in your life, letting it go, walking away, whether it's you removing yourself from a situation or a place or a location or a relationship or a job, career, home, all the things. That is the first step. And I definitely want to clarify this King of Coins, but this could also be someone you're working with, someone who's involved, someone who needs the approval, someone you're giving the approval to. And they're likely a very practical person. This is likely, again, for those of you where it's resonating on the 3D practical level, they would be the business person or the homeowner or the property manager, etc. And it could be you, of course. And then that 3 of Wands leading to the 10 of Pentacles with the Fool at the bottom of the deck. This allows for massive growth and prosperity, a massive expansion. It's, again, that garden analogy. Like once you pull out those weeds, you might even be surprised at how the rest of the plants thrive, right? Now the other parts of your life that remain, once the toxic thing or the unhealthy thing or the draining thing is removed, everything else just flourishes. Everything else just thrives and prospers. Now that the resources and the time and the space is left for them to blossom and flourish. But it requires having just being very, I don't even want to say practical, but doing what's in service to the highest good by removing the thing that is bringing down the whole context, right? It's bringing down everything else. And when you remove that, everything else just lifts and rises and grows and flourishes. And the Fool card also could speak to like new things. So I'm using a lot of analogies where there are existing things that thrive and flourish once something is removed, but this could be something brand new that hasn't even started yet, but it has a chance to start. It has a chance to take root because you've let go and released something else. Okay. I do want to clarify the 8 of Cups and the King of Coins and the 3 of Wands. Those are the 3 cards I want to clarify. And I'm using my Frida Kahlo, aka Frida Claro, clarifying deck. It's not officially a clarifying deck, but in my hands, it's definitely a clarifying deck. Okay, what can you tell us more about this 8 of Cups energy, this removal? 2 of Cups. Could be a relationship. But the 8 leads to the 10 is what I remember hearing tarot readers say over and over and over again when I first started watching tarot videos on YouTube. And the 8 leads to the 10. 8 plus 2 equals 10. So now we technically have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. So this is someone's everything. This is someone's complete emotional fulfillment, as well as the happy home, career, lifestyle. Like you kind of have it all. When you get to the 10, the 8, letting go. Okay, yeah. So for somebody, this is creating space for a relationship. For some of you, the thing you're letting go of is counter to the success and the health of a new relationship or an existing relationship. So in a very like basic way, this would be like throwing away your little black book once you found the one, this is like deleting the dating apps once you found the one. Like that's a very basic level of it. This could be If you are hiring someone, saying, we're going to let go of these other things and invest in this like new up and coming entrepreneur, right? And so there's definitely family, people, your tribe. And with the Two of Cups, there's a specific person. Again, professional, platonic, romantic. And it could be this King of Cups, the King of Coins. Let's see. What can you tell us about this King of Coins? The Sun. I mean, they're a good partner. Use your own discernment. You discern if this is your message and how and if it resonates. Maybe it's you, but if it's the other person, they're a bright, shiny partner. Like they bring a lot of happiness and success to this dynamic. If it's you, you brought the sunshine in my life. I'm not a singer, but that's the song that clearly comes through, like very obviously. I don't even think that was a channeling. I think that's just like, it's kind of obvious, right? The King of Coins brings the sun. You brought the sunshine in my life. If you don't know that song, I'll try to remember to link to it in the bottom. But it's like I think it's technically a gospel song, but it doesn't sound like a gospel song. That's happy. This is a very happy reading for somebody. Okay, let's look at the Three of Wands. Whew. Yeah, strength is still at the bottom of the deck. We have the Ten of Wands, so that's more release. That's more letting go. The 10 and the 3 means there's a 7 involved. Okay, so that's really defending your new start. You might have to advocate for this new thing, but you have the Ace of Swords as well. The 10 of Wands and the Ace of Swords, this is the decision to let it go. Oof, yeah, somebody's already done this. This is confirmation for something you've already done. I've felt that really strongly. And it might not be for everybody, but somebody watching this in the near future or in the distant future, in the past, has already done this. You already made the decision to let go of the burden, and it has opened up so much, that sense of freedom, greater optimism. You're seeing more return, more rewards for your investment in something. That is beautiful and lovely. Dare we continue? Yeah, let's go. Why not? Tell us more about the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Can you tell us about this Ten of Pentacles? Judgment. With the Three of Wands, double Three of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. So that's could involve a career component as well for some of you. Our work. Judgment with the Three of Wands. So this could refer to inheritance. This could refer to that legacy. This could refer to like the rich inheritance you carry within yourself. It's also the calling. It is a new era. It is the clean slate. It is the revival. It's like rebirth. It's phoenix energy, rising from the ashes energy. It's saying like, I'm taking the best of that past and bringing it forward into a transfiguration, almost into something newer, more aligned, more beautiful, more prosperous and abundant. And it's like a calling. This feels like you've heard the call and you can no longer ignore it. And when you follow the trumpet sound, it brings in so much beauty, abundance, prosperity, growth, fertility, so many things. Okay. And let's look at the Fool. What would you like to tell us? Add to this Fool energy. Although this is overwhelmingly positive, so sending so much love to everyone watching, whether this is past, present, or future for you. The Four of Swords. Aww. That's a nice way to pause and end on that, because the Four of Swords is a pause. The Four of Swords is rest. The Four of Swords is a sense of freedom. Oh, yeah. I remember we started out with the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And I talked about how this decision to approve a removal, waiting for your approval and your removal, like the stress and anxiety around that at the very beginning of the reading, it's completely changed to peace. Now you can sleep at night. Now you can relax, meditate, reflect on where you've been and all that optimistic hope you have for the future. The Four of Swords is like the little last looking back at your home once it's all packed up and cleared out and you get into the moving truck and drive away. It's like, I'm at peace with this new beginning. I'm at peace with this new decision. All right, my loves. It's a very beautiful reading. Thank you so much for sharing your lovely energy with me. If you got any value from this, I hope you liked the video and also subscribe if you haven't yet. And I hope to see you in another one. Take care.